Hi guys, here we are, episode 13, Winfield Cup 9, Panasonic Cup 2 review. Mate, some great results over the weekend for some guys. Kept everyone in striking difference of that top 8 in Winfield Cup 9, and the draft geez, it's an absolute coin flip with 2 rounds to go of the regular season. I'll get into the competition ladder and I will break down the Winfield Cup this week, like I did with the draft last week. But again, we'll go through. I'll get to that in a second. Anyway, we'll go through the round 16 games anyway. Couple of good wins here. Whinging Palms 840. We finally won one. Defeated by a final 1-1 at 948. Blindsided 1105. Defeating NFI 763. Harden the fuck up 969. Defeated by the Pelicans 1030. I did loophole Mannering. 90 was on the floor. We went down about 96 or something, but I couldn't give that up. I did have Gallen as my captaincy until Mannering hit that big score, and then I went, get it in there. Got me home. Barbish Noz 12-11, big score, defeating Silverwater Raiders 1047. Men of Steel 1094, defeating G-Bang Dragons 912. Sloppy Dogs defeated by the Gazelle 909 to 1009. Laney's Lunatics 963, defeating Cowboys Rules OK 847. Riddler All Stars defeated by Tulkor Salamanca 368. The Tulkors 1048. Men on Mavericks defeated by Sharkies of Back, both scoring over 1100 here. It's always a tough defeat when you get beat like that. 1112 to 1186. And Peptides being beaten by the Sleven Doves 1057 to 1140. Okay, now there's a couple of really interesting wins along there, and this is the top 8 at the moment. Men of Steel and the Sleven Doves both on 20. Blindsided, Pelicans, we finally won one. Sharkies are back, are all on 18 down to 6th. Then Laney's Lunatics getting himself back in the 8 on 16, which is 7th place, and Harden the fuck up also on 16 points at 8th spot, down 3 with that loss. I have to mention Peptides is outside 9th on 16 points, also down 3. So some movers there. Now, results have to go people's way outside the 8 at the moment, and also it's a possible, not possible, max 12 points, 6 rounds to go. So it's up to, and then it's up to results from guys outside the 8. I think the 8 is, if they at least lose 2 of their last 12, they'll be fine. But it gets to dodgy waters when you start losing 3 or 4, which can happen. And I'll look through a few of them. We'll start with Men of Steel. And this is worst possible outcome. It's not the outcome or what will happen, it's the worst possible. Men of Steel could drop 3 games, could. Sleeve and Doves could drop 3, possible 4. We finally won one, could drop 3, possible 4. Isn't an easy ride home for those guys. There are some challenging games ahead. Blindsided with a relatively comfortable run, could lose two games in the last 6. Peptides could lose 3. Sharkies are back, could lose 2. No, sorry, not Peptides. Peptides is later on. Sharkies are back, could lose 2 wins. Sorry, guys, 2 wins. It's my notes here. I can't read them. Write them down. I can't fucking read them. Could lose 2. Sharkies are back, and I think Peptides have only got one team they're playing that are above them on the run home. All the rest of his games, he's playing guys that are below him. And I think Sharkies are back and the Peptides will tear into the 8. I think they'll make it. If they keep going the way they're going and not lose to anyone below them, they'll be home. It's looking good for those guys. Pelicans could lose 3. That was alright. Yeah, they could lose 3 as well. It's close, guys. It is really close for that top 4. Out the back there, as we just move down, Laney's have a reasonable ride home. Could lose 3 to 4, but they're playing guys sort of virtually just sort of around him on the ladder. Hard to fuck up likewise. They're playing guys that are a few above him, but normally mostly around that area. Then we get down to 14 points with Barbara Schnoz. It's going to be tough for them to get into the 8. They're playing a lot of guys that are ahead of them. They've got to pull it, turn it around with their points, or it's good night for those guys below. They have to look at that minor premiership, which happens when the comp halves up and the bottom 8 to 16th go into another semi-final style. So men on Mavericks, I can't see them making it. Tulkor has the opportunity to get there. It's a possible 22, which gets you home. He needs to win every game. 22 will get you in the 8. Whinging Poms, he's got a pretty rough ride home. G-Bang likewise. So, I mean, those guys will want to get into the top 16, really, just to make sure they can, try and win that minor premiership. But the rest, guys, it's looking great. Looking really close. The points difference will have a big effect on where you will be, especially, say, 6th to 10th. So you're going to have to win and win well. There's no one really on minus. I can't see any, apart from the Gazelle and Men on Mavericks. The Gazelle, yeah. But the rest are, Bubba Schnoz just 181 positive on his points difference, but everyone from Peptides up have got a pretty good points difference margin there. Okay, guys, so we'll head over to the drafts. Just a quick one today. Sorry it's late, but you get busy in that. Top 4 is wide open, amazingly wide open. Men of Steel and Sloppy Dogs are both up there. We'll get to that in a second. I've got a bit ahead of myself. We'll review round 16. The Pelicans defeated Laney's 731 to 412. Hard to fuck up, 696 defeated by Fluffy's Nuffies 741. NFI 812 defeated by G-Bang Dragons, hitting some form. Over 1,000, 1010. That's big. Men of Steel defeated by Sloppy Dogs. That's a huge loss to Men of Steel, and would have been a bit shocked by that. Cavs Rules OK 928 defeated the Gazelle 760. That's a big loss there, and a big win to the Sloppy Dogs. Fluffy's Dogs and Steel are all on 20 points on top of the comp. It's just the points difference of Men of Steel that's got him home there. And there's not much really separating Sloppy Dogs and Fluffy Nuffies there in points difference at all. It's 39 points. Then you got G-Bang Dragons on 4th there, minus 160. Crept some back for his last win. On 18, outright 4th. That's a top 4 at the moment. Cavs Rules OK, 16 points with the Pelicans on 16. Points difference are both shocking. They're going to have to look behind because for Harden to fuck ups on 14 points, so is the Gazelle, and they're on positive figures there. Harden to fuck up with a good one, 659. If he wins against the Pelicans next week, that could catapult him into 5th. And if the Gazelle wins, that could catapult them into 6th. if the Pelicans and Cowboys both lose. And I will look up the last round, round 17. Or is it last round's round 18? No, round 18 is. So this round here, Pelicans are playing hard enough to fuck up. That's a huge one for the top 8. NFI and Laney's looking to sort out the spoon down there. Men of Steel and Fluffy's Nuffies is a big game again for Men of Steel and Fluffy Nuffies. That could sort out the minor premiership right there. Big game. Cowpus rules okay, and the G-Bang Dragons. Well, if G-Bangs wins that, he can cement his spot in the 4. And Cowpus could find himself down 7th or even 8th. Then the Gazelle and the Sloppy Dogs are next in line there. Gazelle will be looking to just cement themselves into the 8 there with a win against Cowpus. Against Sloppy Dogs, but it's going to be tough against the Sloppy Dogs, really tough. Very interesting in the draft. This round and next round to go. Next round's going to be an absolute stinker with the bye round. It will be tough to field a side. Will you take risks and get other guys in to get some points, or you're happy with where you're at? It's all about Supercoach, isn't it? Get your teams right week to week. It is a tough one, guys. Perfect 8. This week there's 8 games, so eight teams. Put them up on the Facebook page there. They only went up. Is it just me? They only went up 5,000 now. It stopped going up 10,000. It's 185. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. But it's 185,000 free to enter. I mean, have a crack, guys. Best I've done is 3. That's the best. They said there's people who've had 6, 7, which is crazy. Imagine that. So, have a crack, guys. Good luck with all of that. And we'll see you again next week. Cheers.